Hello, my name is Dr. Noël Lucas from Blue Oasis Pet Hospital, and I'm here to take some questions about canine or dog cancer. And I know a lot of you have a lot of questions out there, so let's hear some of them.
Dr. Lucas, is cancer in dogs common?
So unfortunately, yes, cancer in dogs is quite common. In fact, there's a study out there that shows that 6 million dogs are diagnosed every year with new cancer cases. And that means about 1 out of 3 dogs will be diagnosed with cancer sometime throughout their lifetime.
What are the common types of cancer in dogs?
So we do see quite a few different types of cancer on a daily basis. Most veterinarians are diagnosing a wide variety of cancers. So some of the more common ones that we see or we diagnose are going to be lymphoma. We're going to see mast cell tumors. We're going to see bladder cancers. We're going to see bone cancers called osteosarcoma. We're going to see liver tumors. We're going to see splenic or liver tumors called hemangiosarcomas. Really, we can continue on listing a lot of different types of cancers, but needless to say, there are several different types that your pet might get exposed or develop.
What are some of the signs and symptoms of dog cancer?
So cancer is kind of one of those silent killers, meaning you as a pet parent often don't see your dog's signs of cancer until maybe it's more advanced. But if you do, or you have concerns, one of the most common concerns that pet parents will schedule an appointment for, will they have found a lump on their pet. So new lump or bump may or may not be cancer, but it should be at least evaluated by your veterinarian. Some dogs don't have an outward appearance of cancer, but it's internal, so it really depends on the organ that's being affected or if it's spread. Lymph nodes with lymphoma will start to be enlarged, so we'll feel those as enlarged lymph nodes. Your pet may have something going on internally, so they might feel like they aren't that hungry. They may end up missing, just skipping meals, acting lethargic. You may even start to see their abdomen start to swell. Maybe they're just not having as much energy. Really just not feeling well are some of the general signs of cancer. And some of our pets, maybe a swelling of a limb. We can see that as well.
Why is early detection and diagnosis of cancer in dogs so important?
So early detection helps us give better management and hopefully lead to a cure for that cancer. Certainly maybe less invasive for your pet and more successful treatment the earlier we can find it.
How does a veterinarian diagnose cancer in a dog usually?
So oftentimes we're diagnosing it either because we're feeling the tumor ourselves. Then oftentimes we're going to either stick a needle into it called a fine needle aspirate if we can get to it. If it's a little bit more internal or deep, we might use an ultrasound. We might even try to get biopsy samples of it. So advanced testing, usually with x-rays, ultrasound, and then trying to get samples from that lump or bump or abnormal tissue is going to hopefully either say cancer's not there, or if it is, we're going to be able to find it that way.
What treatment options are available for dogs with cancer?
So we do have oncologists that we refer dogs to that have been diagnosed with cancer if it's a cancer type that we as your day practice veterinarians can't deal with. If it's a mast cell tumor, it's on the skin, your veterinarian will probably be able to offer some curative treatment hopefully in the hospital that you're in. If we're not, then we often will consult either with a veterinarian oncologist with you or refer you to one. And in those cases, it's usually a combination of oral and or injectable chemotherapeutic agents that are used to cure that patient. May even require a surgery to remove an organ, may even need a limb amputated as treatment options as well.
What are some possible side effects caused by cancer treatments?
That's a worry that a lot of people have about their pets being treated for cancer. Well, if it's surgical, it's all the things that you're concerned about with surgical pain and how that pet's going to feel with surgery. As far as oral treatments and injectable oncology medications, it's just what are the side effects that are related to that medication. The most common would be gastrointestinal, so upset tummy, vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite. We also can see bone marrow suppression, so the immune system is being suppressed, so we can have secondary infections, pneumonias, some things that will happen from that sorts, just tiredness. Also, people worry about hair coat coming out when their pets have cancer treatments, just like you and I can have our hair fall out. Actually, dogs don't typically have that side effect, so they continue to keep their hair, despite that they might be going through some chemotherapy treatments. So there's a lot of information to impart about cancer. If your pet is diagnosed with it, really consulting with your veterinarian is very important to help figure out what's the best way to treat and manage that patient. And we're happy to answer any questions that you have or help your dog get diagnosed with cancer should they have it here at Blue Oasis Pet Hospital.